YouTube! Welcome to another video. This is my new backdrop. It is actually a pair of curtains I just sewed for my closet. So I thought it would also double as my YouTube background. I know a lot of author tubers prefer to have bookcases and stuff behind them, but all my books are at the top of my kitchen because I'm in a small apartment. So that's not really going to work. I mean, I have a small bookshelf, but it's crammed in a corner. Anyways, today I wanted to do a video about eyes. Particularly, I want to talk about heterochromia in fiction. I happen to have heterochromia. If you don't know what that is, it means that your eyes are naturally two different colors. It is a genetic mutation. I'll get closer to the camera because after someone finds out my eyes are different colors, I know the first thing they want to do is get like that far away from my face, which is really annoying in real life, but like, here. So this eye is blue. This eye is green. I do not wear contacts. This is not caused by contacts. Yes, I was born like this. I mean, were you born with your eyeballs? I sure hope so. No offense to people with prosthetic eyes, though. Let's see, what other dumb questions do I get? Was I dropped on my head? No. I don't know, I get the dumbest questions. I'm not blind in one eye. That's a common question. I don't know why, because I'm looking straight at people. It's like, hello, my eyes work. Yeah. So, anyways, getting on to topic, I was thinking about heterochromia in fictional characters. I mean, I'm constantly thinking about that, which might sound kind of weird. But, I mean, we all want to see ourselves represented in fiction, right? I think one of the problems I see most often in fiction is that people, or I should say characters who have different colored eyes are regarded as shady or evil or not trustworthy or something like that. I don't know if that's like really the majority or if that's what just stands out to me. So I did a survey and I wanted to find out what heterochromatic characters people knew. So I posted this on the AuthorTube Facebook page. I posted this on like my community Facebook page and also on my own timeline, and I got a ton of responses. Some of the responses actually were not characters who had heterochromia, but rather characters with unusual eye colors, like tan or purple or gold, instead of like one eye one color and one eye another color, which is what I was going for. So I got rid of those ones, and I've compiled a list here, and I have it on my phone. And we're just going to go through and see what sort of things prevail as fictional tropes for characters with heterochromia. One big prediction I have is that the majority will be evil or antagonistic. Another theory that I think is that a lot of these are going to not be normal. They're either going to be magical, prosthetic, that sort of thing. And I don't think there's anything really wrong with adding magical elements or robotic, prosthetic elements to a character and giving them different colored eyes in that way. I just don't know if I know of any character where it's just natural and they're not magical and they don't have powers who has heterochromia, like a normal person, fictional character. Alright, so let's get into this list. So, what I asked people, I said, doing a survey for a video. In the comments, please name a character you know with different colored eyes. name the story, movie, book, or whatever that they're from, their alignment, whether they're good or gray or evil or neutral, whatever, and their role in the story. So are they the MC? Are they the villain? Are they a background character? Okay, so the first one that I have listed is Jareth. And Jareth is from Labyrinth. He was actually listed twice. I guess he's also the Goblin King. I'm not familiar with this story. Don't eat me alive. Sorry, but this is the picture I found. And this person says he's lawful evil. So our first person right off the bat is evil. But they don't want to call him evil. They would say definitely antagonist. The other person who posted his name, I know, said he was definitely a villain. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to try and make an electronic counter in this video. So, we'll have evil here, good here, and we'll see which one gets the most, and we'll have neutral right above my head. Okay. Number 2, Quinn from J.R. Ward's Black Dagger Brotherhood series. He first appears in the 3rd book, but has his own later in the series that's called Lover that he's a main, or at least that he's a main character in. He is an LGBT character and has a volatile temper, but he does what he thinks is right, especially when standing up for those he cares about in the world he grew up with. Mismatched eyes, bringing a lot of discrimination from his family and the higher aristocracy. I can't talk. They belong to. So here's the picture of that one. And I can't tell if he's evil or not. It does say he has a volatile temper and he does what he thinks is right. And as someone who doesn't know the story, that makes me want to think that he might think he's right, but he's not necessarily always right. It does say he gets discriminated against. I don't know if that's entirely because of his eyes or because of his LGBT identification there, but yep. So that one, I'm gonna put it in the kind of bad, evil, antagonistic, just because it sounds like he makes his own rules, and that's kind of, I don't, actually I'll put him in gray. Yeah. Because I don't know, that doesn't tell me everything I need to know. Okay. The next one is actually 2 of them. So it says Handsome Jack and Riz, I don't know how to say that, from Borderlands, and Telltale's Tales from the Borderlands. Jack is an antagonist, so we've got another antagonist. Riz is one of 2 protagonists, evil and good to gray respectively. So evil and good to gray, we'll put him in gray. Pretty sure both their heterochromia are from prosthetics though, and it is high tech. So this is the picture I found of that one, or of those 2. And you can only see the heterochromia in one of them. You can't actually see the heterochromia in both of them because that guy's just orange. And the other pictures, he's just blue. So I don't know how that's determined if you can't tell different colors on a person due to like a ghostly form or whatever, but I'll believe them. They seem to know the story. Yeah. Okay, the next one is Tyrion Lannister from A Song of Ice and Fire book series. One of the major protagonists, gray character, good to bad, I guess you could say, as the TV series progresses, more gray to bad in the TV show. So I'm going to go by book here because when I looked up a picture, I haven't actually watched any Game of Thrones stuff. I'm just not interested in it. But I found a picture that someone photoshopped the TV version of him to look like the book version of him. So that's the picture, and you can see in this one, which is the photoshopped book version, he does have two different colored eyes. He seems very deformed with his nose like that and just scratched up. He looks like he was in a fire. There's dragons in Game of Thrones. He looks like he got attacked by a dragon. I don't know what the story is there. But yeah, so we've got another gray character. Alright, the next one is Spike in Cowboy Bebop. The main character, neutral, goodish, mostly good, so we'll put him in good. His heterochromia is also from a prosthetics. It isn't noticeable until he points it out, but it kind of has a myth with it. Forget exactly the phrasing. In one eye I see the past, in the other present. Okay. That's interesting. So there's the character, or the picture of him. So his eyes are the same color, but one of them is fake. Alright. The next character we have is, oh gosh, I'm going to butcher this name, Yasha Nyadorin. She's from Critical Role Campaign 2. They said her alignment is hard to say, but she's brutal and unforgiving to her enemies, but she's also a gentle giant to her friends, so neutral, gray, one right there. Okay, and she's one of the MCs. She appears to have a blue eye and a purple eye in this picture. Or a green eye and a purple eye. It's hard to tell. Sorry, my hands are shaky. I'm always like that. Alright. This is our second mention of the Goblin King, so we're going to skip that one. Our second mention of Handsome Jack, so we'll skip that one. Okay, this next one I was really excited to see on the list. Katza from Graceling. And it's so funny to me because the person who actually put this one on the list is the one who recommended that series to me. If you haven't read the Graceling trilogy, Graceling, Fire, and Bitterblue, I highly recommend it. It's so good. I love it. I loved following a protagonist with different colored eyes. I wouldn't recommend it for children though. But anyway, so this says Katza from Graceling, chaotic good. She's the protagonist of the series, and there's the picture. And she has a blue eye and a green eye. And so in her magical world, I can actually expand on this one because I know this one. In her magical world that she lives in, people with magical powers are born with different colored eyes. And their power is called their grace, and they're called a graceling. And everyone has different powers. Now, Katza is an interesting case because she truly believes she is an evil person. She does not think of herself as good, and she hates herself for it, and it's really just heart-wrenching to read. And that is because she believes, and everyone around her believes, that her grace is murder, and she's very skilled at murder. That does kind of evolve in the book series. I don't want to entirely spoil this because I want you to go read that book and that series. Love it. So she thinks of herself as evil, but my friend here, and I would agree with this, says she's chaotic good. Because she does want to be good, and she is trying to be good. She just kills people by accident. Yeah. Alrighty. The next one we have is General Mayhem from the Lego Movie 2. And here's the picture of that one. And I haven't seen the Lego Movie 2. I've seen Lego Movie 1. Haven't seen number 2. I know, again, don't kill me. So this says she's lawful good. Appears to be the right-hand lady to main antagonist at first, but is revealed that the main character had a bias that prevented them from seeing her decisions in the correct light, and turns out she only wanted peace the entire time. Oh, that's nice. Okay, the next character is Una. Una? Why do I want to say that like Chinese? Una? I'm gonna say it that way. Okay, from Final Fantasy, I'm assuming that's a 10. There's an X there. Maybe this. I don't think there's 10 of them. Are there 10 of them? Anyways, from Final Fantasy. Lawful good. So we've got 3 goods in a row. Woo! Okay. Main female lead, main character is Titus. Okay. So looking at this, she appears to be holding some sort of magical staff of some sort, because it doesn't look like a weapon. And she has a green eye and a blue eye. So I'm gonna... It leads me to believe that perhaps her heterochromia is caused by magic. Okay, the next one is Prince Loon. It says his father is the king, also has heterochromia. Cat returns animated movie. Good. His father is sort of neutral evil. So we've got 2 there. We've got 1 good and we've got 1 evil. Background character, father is the antagonist. And so this is a cat. And yeah. So we got a cat on this list. Actually 2 cats. The cat son and the cat dad. Alright, the next one is Grindelwald. And Grindelwald, of course, is from Fantastic Beasts. He is evil. He is the antagonist. And I know some of my friends are trying to just... I know one of my friends that is watching this is just going to try and play devil's advocate and be like, he just wants people to get along. No. No. He starts a war. That's not getting along. Anyways. So he has 1 light blue eye and 1 darker eye. Can't tell the color. Super Carlin Brothers have a theory on this one that says they think it's from inbreeding. I disagree. I have a whole video on that. So I don't need to get into that tangent because I already have that video. Feel free to watch it after this if you want. Alright. Heterochromia, 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 heterochromia.